Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. My name is Jamie and we're here to talk about the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. We think it's one of the best phones to come out this year, with a lot of tech YouTubers saying that it's actually their pick for smartphone of the year or somewhere along those lines. Now, we awarded it our flagship of the year mainly because of its cameras, which is what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, this isn't going to be super detailed or technical, more of showing you guys what the cameras on the Mate 20 Pro can do and what makes them special. But before we begin, let's give you a bit of a refresher. As you already know, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro has a triple camera setup on the back of the device, but it's a far cry from the P20 Pro that was released earlier this year. It's on the center of the phone along with a flash module so that they could maintain the signature symmetrical look of the Mate series. You've got a high-resolution 40-megapixel main shooter at an aperture of f1.8, an 8-megapixel telephoto camera to give you 3 times optical zoom and hybrid zoom up to 10 times, and replacing the monochrome sensor is a 20-megapixel wide-angle camera to really open up your shooting options on this device. Fun fact though, the cameras actually default to a 10-megapixel output and it actually performs the best in the state. Now, the 40-megapixel raw power of the main camera is actually used in what the company calls pixel fusion, which takes all of the info from that sensor and gives your shots more detail. It is actually one of the reasons why they were able to let go of that monochrome sensor that we've come to know and love on Huawei phones. As I mentioned earlier, the high megapixel count also allows for a hybrid zoom that goes up to 10 times, which still looks pretty amazing with OIS and some of their AI magic lending a helping hand. The 10 times zoom should definitely help for those concert photos, but can get a bit stalkery too, so use it wisely, friends. Okay, so enough prattling about specs. Let's actually see some photo samples. Now, Leia and I actually took the phone out with us while we were running errands in BGC. Let's take a look at the photos. Of course, you've got all the AI smarts to give your photos a bit of flair, such as taking food shots or photos of your pet or maybe the cute cats around BGC. Now, if it isn't your cup of tea or find it a tad too aggressive, you always have the option to turn off Master AI in the camera settings too. For this photo, we had AI on and it came out really nice and sharp. It added a bit of saturation to the cat's markings to make it pop. There are definitely times where the AI can go a little overboard, so remember to use it with discretion. But even then, the details in these photos are really crisp. You can go from this photo, which is pretty good on its own, but to really give the people on your social media feed a more immersive view of the remarkable place you're visiting, you can give them a wider perspective. Now, just in case you still want to take black and white photos on the Mate 20 Pro, the option is still there, but there's a huge difference between the output of the P20 series over the new Mate series. The 20-megapixel wide-angle camera doesn't just allow you to get a more expansive view of things, but it can actually help you get up close and personal as well, with some pretty amazing macro photography. For this, you will have to turn on Master AI, and all you have to do is put the phone up really close to the subject and it should switch over to super macro mode. You can take photos of really intricate details on your Christmas tree, flowers, or really make your girlfriends jealous by posting a photo of your engagement ring. You have to be mindful of the focal distance at first, but you'll get the hang of how close you can actually get to your subject to make sure things are in focus. Now, of course, we can't make a video on the cameras on Huawei flagship without talking about the night mode. Now, it was really impressive on the P20 series, but it's gotten even better with the Mate 20 Pro. Shots look to have more detail this time around, and you can actually even use it with a new camera setup, which means you can use the hybrid 5 times zoom or go really wide to get really awesome cityscapes at night. No doubt you've seen a ton of photo samples coming from this device, but if you want to see more, I'll link our full review in the description down below. Now let's switch over to the video side of things. The Huawei Mate 20 Pro can output videos in 4K, and since you have OIS on board, the footage is pretty smooth too. You can do slow-mo videos as well, all the way up to 960 frames per second at 720p, with 1080p capped at 120 FPS, which is still solid for great B-roll footage if you decide to use this to vlog. The new thing with video on the Mate 20 series though is that they give you an AI color mode that helps you really isolate your subject. Now, this is your normal video output, and this is what it looks like with AI colored turned on. It can be a little tricky when the scene is a bit busy or you're moving around, so make sure you use this feature wisely. So those are just some of the amazing things you can do with the cameras on the Mate 20 series. Now Huawei has managed to top themselves with each new flagship release, and we're actually curious and excited to see what they're going to be doing with the new P series in the coming months. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on the next ones. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest tech news and gadget reviews, head to unbox.ph, plus follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Jamie, peace, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time.